Nepali Congress has joined hand this time around with the communist forces to bring the election results in their favor in the May 13 local polls and aims at maintaining the alliance until the conclusion of the 3 tiers of election this year. With populist slogans that includes lowering the age bar to be eligible to receive elderly welfare allowance from 70 to 65, in its election manifesto, analysts feel that the Congress has taken a left turn to counter the threat of another communist force, CPN-UML, which had made electoral gains riding on populist schemes and freebies. Good morning, I'm Chitrakar, and these are the headlines of the hour. Vibrant homes of Dalit families in Madhya province witnessed in recent days with posters and flags of different political parties as the voting day fast approaches. Political parties using unethical approaches to win election, senior leaders indulge in blame game, public grievances and development projects not in priority. All elderly people, women and children evacuated from the besieged steelworks in Mariupol. Biden announces an additional $1.5 million military help to Ukraine. And Liverpool settle for a draw against Tottenham, denting their chances of securing important points at the EPL table. Manchester United suffer humiliation against Brighton. Homes of many Dalit families in Madhya province have turned vibrant these days with posters and flags of different political parties as the May 13 voting day fast approaches. Leaders, cadres and candidates of various political parties are busy making fake assurances and promises to an unsuspecting Dalit community. However, over 1.2 million landless Dalit community members, including Mushahar, Dom, Sada, are still compelled to struggle to make their 2 ends meet. Dalit settlement areas in Madhya province have been colorful with various promotional equipment, including flag, poster, pamphlets, among others. Interestingly, public representatives and leaders of various political parties who didn't show up in these past 4.5 years have now been visiting the homes of Dalit families, asking for votes even during night times. Poverty-stricken Dalit families residing in temporary settlement in public and uncultivated land work as daily wage workers to make their ends meet. Candidates reach their temporary settlements with fake assurances in the morning before they leave for work. There is notable settlement of Dalit community in all the 8 districts of Madhya province. They have been deprived of proper education, health checkup and employment, among others. Meanwhile, the community lured with fake assurances for years are now firm on the stand that they won't cast votes to the candidates on the basis of their mere pledges. According to statistics, of the total of 3,331,170 voters in Madhya province, more than 18% voters fall under the Dalit community that are financially and socially downtrodden without access to education. The leaders, cadres and candidates have been busy providing assurances and pleasing the voters with their agendas for the upcoming local polls. The senior leaders who are busy with election campaigns, however, are indifferent towards the issues of development and public interest. The leaders are found criticizing each other while cadres have been encouraging such activities. While speaking at the election assembly held in Butwal, Prime Minister and Nepali Congress President Sher Bahadur Deuba criticized CPN-UML chairperson KP Sharma Oli for trying to tear up the constitution and dissolving the House of Representatives. Likewise, leader Oli, who had reached Province 1 for election campaigns, also expressed serious resentment towards the ruling coalition. Leader Oli expressed strong remarks against CPN Maoist Centre Chairperson Pushpa Kamal Dahal and Chairperson of CPN Unified Socialist Madhav Kumar Nepal. The senior leaders in majority of the assemblies have failed to showcase plans to transform the country and address the problems of the general public. Apart from minor impact of fringe parties and independent candidates, the ruling coalition and CPN-UML, among other major political parties, are busy condemning each other, which shows that their assurances of development and prosperity does not fall under their agendas. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked people in several provinces regarding their view on senior leaders of major political parties condemning each other with a complete disregard for their agendas. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
यो राम्रो सन्देश चाहिँ होइन।
धरती मातालाई नि बिर्सेर उहाँहरु गालीगलोचमा उत्रिनु भएको जस्तो लाग्छ।
गालीगलोच भन्नु न उहाँको आफ्नो व्यक्तिगत कमजोरी।
नेताहरूले जनतालाई एउटा चाहिँ मूर्ख बनाइरहेको छ।
आफ्नो स्वार्थको पछाडी डुबेछ।
आफ्नो स्वार्थ कसरी पूरा हुन्छ? उनीहरु त्यही स्वार्थको पछाडी भागिरहेका हुन्छन्।
Time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. What's your take on the trend of leaders who are good at making pledges to the Dalit community but not living up to their words? Your options are A, dominating mindset, B, a political characteristic, and C, lack of resources. Voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Before we wrap up, here's a look at the top stories one more time. Vibrant homes of Dalit families in Madhya province witnessed in recent days with posters and flags of different political parties as the voting day fast approaches. Political parties using unethical approaches to win election, senior leaders indulge in blame game, public grievances and development projects not in priority. All elderly people, women and children evacuated from the besieged steelworks in Mariupol. Biden announces an additional $1.5 million military help to Ukraine. And Liverpool settle for a draw against Tottenham, denting their chances of securing important points at the EPL table. Manchester United suffer humiliation against Brighton. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good day.